Hello, I'm Maura Carley, founder and president of Healthcare Navigation, and today I want to talk to you about more healthcare coverage retirement considerations. We've talked about a number of them, so now we're getting out into the twigs of the tree diagram. But if it doesn't apply to you, that's fine. Our video material can't apply to everyone, but we would ask that if it doesn't apply to you, that you might forward useful information to people you know. But let's just talk about a few issues. And most of these argue in favor of including discussions with your HR department before you proceed with your official retirement. So the first situation is when the worker is the older spouse and the objective is to minimize the amount of time a younger spouse who's on that plan might have to go to the individual market. Because remember, COBRA is 18 months for the worker and 36 months for dependents in certain situations. Now, the dicey one becomes when the older spouse has gone on Medicare Part A at around age 65, which is very reasonable, but then works for, let's say, 2 or 3 more years, goes on Part B, and by going on to Medicare before the retirement, thinks that the younger spouse should have 36 months of COBRA. And you've got to be careful, because we've seen employers say, no, you went on Medicare several years ago. We realized it was Medicare Part A, but Medicare's Medicare. And so that in those situations, the employer interpreted the COBRA as 18 months when the couple was hoping for the younger spouse to have 36 months. And so this can still be a problem, even if someone hasn't gone on Part A, because now you have to apply for Part A to get your Medicare number to apply for Part B in a special enrollment. So again, this really begs the issue of, discussing the matter with your benefits people. The next issue involves the retiring spouse having retiree medical benefits, but the other spouse has continued to work and stayed on his or her own coverage through work. So the question is, does the spouse on the other plan have to be on the one with the retiree benefits to be eligible for the retiree benefits? I hope you follow me. That gets a little complicated, but it's worth knowing the answer to that and planning very carefully. And the last situation is more and more rare, but where each spouse may have retiree medical, and sometimes individuals still have more than one source of retiree medical. And so it's so important to sort out, what should we do? And if we keep more than one, which is primary? And, you see still very rich retiree medical, especially for government retirees. And then earlier this week, I saw retiree medical through a major university where they've now put their retirees, not put them on VIA. VIA is a private exchange, but they have to access their retiree medical through VIA, and the health reimbursement account at the largest amount is $250 a year. And for younger retirees, $150. And that's so insignificant that you could decide, I don't want to even bother But those are the kinds of decisions you need to factor into your retirement planning, please, which is so important because many of those cannot be undone very easily. All right, take good care. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.